Assalamu alaikum, welcome here to 9 p.m. English News Edition, The Headlines. Chief of the General Staff Secretary Sheikh Ibrahim on mission to Mogadishu. Pakistan continues diplomatic effort to reach a solution on the Strait of Hormuz. Those were the national news. As part of his participation in the summit of the Chief of Defense, a force of the Federal Republic of Somalia and the two contributed countries to the African Union Support and Stabilization Mission in Somalia, the Chief of the General Staff of the Armed Force of the Republic of Djibouti, General Secretary Sheikh Ibrahim, arrived in Mogadishu on 4 August 2026. Upon his arrival at the Aden Abdullah International Airport, he was welcomed by the Ambassador of the Republic of Djibouti to Federal Republic of Somalia, His Excellency Mr. Usman Dubede Sugule, accompanied by the member of the diplomatic staff of the Embassy of Djibouti, as well as several senior officers of the General Staff of the Somali National Army Force, including Brigadier General Mohammed Ali Barise and Brigadier General Mohammed Sheikh. Following the welcome ceremony, General Secretary Sheikh Ibrahim proceeded to his hotel where he stayed for the duration of his working visit. On the morning of 5 August 2026, the Chief of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of the Republic of Djibouti was received at the Villa, Somalia, the seat of the Presidency of the Federal Republic of Somalia, by His Excellency Mr. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud, President of the Federal Republic of Somalia. During the meeting, the President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud welcomed the Chief of the General Staff and expressed his deep appreciation to the Republic of Djibouti for its steadfast commitment to peace and stability in Somalia. He paid special tribute to the exemplary contribution of the Egyptian contingent, which has been deployed in Somalia for nearly 2 decades, working tirelessly to maintain peace, combat terrorism, and strengthen the country's stability. The Somali head of state also emphasized that the participation of the Chief of the General Staff of the Egyptian Armed Forces in the summit reflected the unwavering commitment and the continued support of the government and the people of the Djibouti toward their Somali brothers. Then, ahead of the official opening of the summit of the Chief of Defense Force of the Federal Republic of Somalia and the true contributing country TCC to the African Union Support and Stabilization Mission in Somalia, also the Chief of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of the Republic of Djibouti, General Secretary Sheikh Ibrahim held one of meeting with his Somali counterpart, the Chief of the General Staff of the Somali National Army Force, Brigadier General Ibrahim Mohammed. During the discussion, the two senior military leaders conducted an in-depth review of the security situation in Somalia, a pleasing effort to completely eradicate the terrorist group Al-Shabaab, whose operation capability have been significantly weakened by a recent offensive carried out by the Somali National Armed Forces with the support of the Azam Force. On this occasion, General Secretary Sheikh Ibrahim reaffirmed the full readiness of the Egyptian Armed Forces to respond at any time to operational needs and mission requirements in order to consolidate security, gain preserve stability, and maintain a secure environment within their area of responsibility. At the conclusion of this cordial meeting, the two chiefs of defense exchanged a symbolic gifts before posing for a official photography. And now for the Following the official program, the chief of the general staff of the armed force visited the embassy of the Republic of Djibouti of Mogadishu, where he was received with military honors by the ambassador of the Republic of Djibouti to the Federal Republic of Somalia, His Excellency Mr. Osman Dubed Sugule, accompanied by the members of the embassy's diplomatic staff. On this occasion, the head of the Egyptian diplomatic mission provided an overview of the embassy's principal responsibility, its organizational structure, its facilitated, and the history of Djibouti's diplomatic representation in the Federal Republic of Somalia. The private Nepal, the chief of the general staff, to gain a comprehensive understanding of the embassy's activities and also ongoing effort to strengthen bilateral relations between the two countries. The visit concluded with a luncheon hosted in honor of the General Secretary Sheikh Ibrahim, attended by members of the embassy. At the conclusion of his visit, the chief of the general staff reaffirmed the commitment of the Jewish Army Force to continue working alongside the Somali authorities and Muslim partners to consolidate security and also contribute to the establishment of lasting peace for the benefit of the people of the region. And the ambassador of the Republic of Djibouti to the Arab Republic of Egypt and permanent representative of Djibouti to the League of Arab States, Ahmed Ali Bari, led a delegation from the Djibouti Port and Free Zone Authority on a virtual visit to the Arab Academy for Science, Technology and Maritime Transport in Alexandria on Wednesday, 5 August 2026. The delegation included Captain Mohammed Musa Abar, Captain the Egyptian Port and Free Zone Authority, Kamil Mohammed Jura, Chairman of the Port of Tajura, and then the meeting was attended by the PL from the Academy by Professor Al-Hamarsi, heading of the Port Training Station, Captain Majid Abdou. Then the opening the meeting, Ambassador Ahmed Ali Bari thanked the participants from both sides for their warm welcome and underscored the importance of the meeting as a reflection of the strong cooperation relationship between Djibouti and Academy. He also commended the continued support of the Academy's partnership between the two institutions and expanded the exchange of expertise. And now to our special report today. We turn to a landmark achievement in healthcare. For the first time in Djibouti's medical history, a major cardiovascular surgery has been successfully performed. The operation took place in the state-of-the-art operating theater of the new military hospital. This marks the beginning of the new chapter for the country's healthcare system. Our reporting team visited the hospital to witness this historic milestone. Here's the report.
You would think you were somewhere else or in a film, but it's in Djibouti that this cardiovascular operation is taking place. A first in the country's medical history. And yet, here in this operating theater at the new military hospital, everything breathes precision, modernity, and excellence. The cardiac surgery operating theater, a cathedral of technology. Monitoring screens display the patient's vital signs in real time. The electrocardiogram traces its steady curves on the high-definition monitors. The infusion pumps deliver anesthetic agents with precision. Above the operating field, LED overhead lighting casts a cold clinical light, revealing every anatomical detail with absolute surgical clarity. Surgical instruments lined with sterile tables, retractors, vascular clamps, electric scalpels. Every instrument embodies precision, every gesture a demonstration of mastery. An operating room to international standards with sterile air circulation systems filters that eliminate 99.97% of practicals, a conductive floor that prevents any electrostatic risk, integrated surveillance cameras. This room would hold its own in the world's greatest university hospitals. And yet, it's here, right here in Djibouti. The scalpel rises, the incision begins. Every stroke is calculated, precise, and controlled. Blood flows immediately, sponged away by the nurses. Exposing the operating field reveals the pericardium. The vascular instruments are positioned. Cardiopulmonary bypass begins. The heart stops, but the patient lives. Today we have the technology, the expertise, the team to sustain life while the surgeon repairs the heart. For years, for decades, Djiboutians suffering from complex cardiovascular conditions had to leave their country, cross the seas, seek elsewhere what their nation could not offer. It was the era of assistance, the era of dependency, the era when health sovereignty remained a distant dream. But that time is over. The operation continues. The hours pass. But here, time doesn't matter. Only success matters. Only this heart, which will soon beat again, matters. Normally, healthy, Djiboutianly. Here, Dr. Amir Adan Ali receives two patients who have already walked through this door, two patients who have already known this operating room, two patients who have already felt their heart stop, then come back to life. They returned, not because they had to, but because they wanted to, because they needed to give thanks, to bear witness, to prove that it was possible. Post-operative cardiac follow-up is rigorous, relentless, necessary. Young doctors like Dr. Amir are numerous at the military hospital today, as they are throughout Djibouti, each practicing in their own field of expertise, whether gastroenterology, urology, ENT, neurology, and many others. And this marks the beginning of a new era, the era where Djiboutians no longer leave the country to live, the era where Djiboutian doctors no longer leave their country to practice, the era where Djibouti treats Djibouti, Djiboutian hands to care for the nation. This is no longer a slogan, it is a reality, and it beats to the rhythm of a heart that has just been reborn.
As part of the implementation of the 2026 summer activities, the Minister of Youth and Culture, through the Directorate of Youth, Social Integration and Voluntary, conducted a monitoring visit on the afternoon of Wednesday, 5 August 2026 to the Community Development Center, CDC of Section 7 piece on Haji Dide to assess the progress of the scheduled activities. The visit highlighted the strong youth participation in the various activities offered. Baby foot tournament, table tennis competition, and e-sport PlayStation event, as well as traditional dance workshop generated great enthusiasm among the participants, reflecting the growing interest in this year's summer activities. The minister team met with a young participant and supervisory said to commend their commitment and encourage them to continue their activity involvement in the different program. They emphasized that community development centers are valuable space for personal development, talent promotion, social cohesion, and civic education. And now the meteorological from the National Meteorological Agency will provide a detailed scientific explanation on several climate phenomena, including heat waves, the Khamsin, and the El Nino climate phenomenon. According to the forecast from major global climate centers and the World Meteorological Organization (WMO), there is an estimated 81% percent probability that El Nino will reach a very strong intensity between October and December 2026, corresponding to the dairy season in Somalia and the Dada season in Afar. This intensification could be accompanied by sea surface temperature anomalies in the Pacific Ocean extending to 3 degree. This phenomenon could lead to a significant disruption in the usually rainfall patterns during the period, with an increasing risk of extreme weather event, particularly flooding in some area of the Horn of Africa. That's it for this edition. Thanks for your attention and a wonderful evening.